So in the Power Math Equation Quest intervention, there are 5 different components in each lesson. Lessons are implemented 3 times per week for 16 weeks, and each lesson lasts 30 to 35 minutes. The first component of each lesson is Math Fact Flashcards, which is a 2 to 3 minute activity. The second component is Equation Quest, which is a 5-minute activity. The third component is Buccaneer Problems, which is a 15 to 18 minute activity. The fourth component is Ship-Shape Sorting, which is a 2 to 3 minute activity. And the fifth component is Jolly Roger Review, which is a 5-minute activity. I'll review these 5 components on the following slides, and for more information, you can also see our videos on each of these activities. So as I mentioned, the first component for each lesson is always Math Fact Flashcards, which is a 2 to 3 minute activity. In this activity, students complete 2 1-minute timed trials of addition and subtraction flashcards, an example of which is seen here. After each round, the teacher and student count the correct number of flashcards, and the teacher monitors and provides feedback throughout the activity as necessary using the counting up strategies. At the end of the activity, the student graphs their higher score for the lesson on the Math Fact flashcard graph. The next component of each lesson is Equation Quest, which is a roughly 5-minute activity. And in Equation Quest, students receive instruction on solving equations and the meaning of the equal sign. Students use cubes, as we see here, draw pictures and isolate the variable, or x, to balance the equation and balance the 2 sides of the equation. This helps students develop their pre-algebraic reasoning and aids them in solving word problems during the Buccaneer Problems. The third activity is Buccaneer Problems, which is a 15 to 18-minute activity. In Buccaneer Problems, students receive schema-based word problem instruction as they work with the teacher to solve total difference and change word problems. Students are also instructed on how to use the run attack strategy, which we see here. And then we also see the 3 schema posters for total difference and change problems, which students receive instruction in. So the Buccaneer Problems are a guided practice activity where the teacher and the student work together to solve the 3 word problems. And here we see an example of a Buccaneer problem worksheet, which has 3 word problems. And here we see the first 2 word problems for this lesson. The fourth activity in every lesson is Ship-Shape Sorting, which is a 2 to 3 minute activity. In this activity, students practice identifying word problem schemas learned during the Buccaneer Problems by reading word problem cards, an example of which is seen here. Students then sort the cards into the map, which is seen here, during a 1-minute timing. Students sort the cards by identifying which schema a word problem belongs to: T for total, D for difference, or C for change. Finally, the last activity in each lesson is the Jolly Roger Review, which is a roughly 5-minute activity. In this activity, students complete a 2-part independent practice. The first part is the top portion of the Jolly Roger Review worksheet, which is a 1-minute timing and is generally one of 3 activities. It could be either a 1-minute timing for addition and subtraction problems, as we see here. It could be a 1-minute timing of bracketing the comparisons and labeling G and L once difference problems are introduced, or it could be practice writing the total difference and change equations. The second part of the Jolly Roger Review is the 2-minute timing for the word problem, as we see in the bottom here. Students take 2 minutes to use the skills they've learned during the Buccaneer Problem and Equation Quest to independently solve the word problem. At the end of once students have completed both sections, the teacher provides feedback on both sections at the end of the activity.